First blood. Both ways.
Seen games where I'm like, this is the perfect Invoker game. Surely they'll pick it, and then it's like, nope.
OG picked it and they crushed their opponent. It was the only Invoker pick at the minor. Okay.
And that's where Mind Control is going to feel very confident up on the top lane, just do whatever the hell he wants. And they're already TPing down extra, so GH is on bottom lane. He's going to try and work with Kura to try and kill off the Earth Spirit, so it's already King R in a bit of trouble. You've got Skewer available, but it's just too easy to block him. Skewer forward, and Kura, well, they'll have the range damage and the close damage through the Fairy Fight as he salve around the tree line. While he's got a small little bit of time, 17 HP, the last attack from Kuro will do the job.
And first, yeah, you know, it's about as simple a game as you can ask for from a carry player, and if he has a nice lane down here, this is something he's probably done 100 times on this patch.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to have a bit of a crack over at Slayer, who's trying to walk back out. You've got support rotating over from Medusa. Just a quick little snake out. Mind Control, low on life. But remember, he can just surge himself away unless Slayer can block him, but it's not even for that. They just turn around Mind Control with the Iron Shield.
Which means he's now full HP, full mana almost, and right back to back lane.
Look where Kuro rotates in towards middle lane, looking for the gank over on the Vengeful Spirit. Just a quick slap down from Matumba.
And this is the one downside of the Medusa safe lane, where you can't stop Darkseer, so you're just trading in a matchup you're so favored in.
Great rotation down. Matumba getting involved in the kills in the side lane. 4 hits, no way the Ghostic is able to escape from the bottom lane.
Vintage mid-1 rotation right there. Nighttime hits. Think about moving. You have your stacks up. Oh, you get swapped in mid though.
Yep. Looking to try and dodge with the mischief, the magic missile, unable to do so. That's why King R rolling boulders through, gets kicked back, but support from Liquid comes so quickly, and Matumba still empowered up. Just wrecks face on the ES, is not finished there. He's going for Sealer underneath the tier 2, but okay, maybe biting up for a little bit more than he can chew. We'll be about how Shadow would work. There were a lot of questions about if he's actually going to be a peak performance to play at Team Liquid's level, but he's moving with the majority of the team. He comes up with GH, but Tumblr's going to get this kill up on top because, hey, it's a hasted Monkey King versus the Deuce, so she ain't going.
He's been farming. He's just AFK.
Yep.
Look, it's 5K advantage. This is what I'm talking about. It's 4 players of Liquid winning the game, and it's like, yo, Shadow, you do you, dog.
Hey,
we'll empower you.
He's moving with GH. That's why I'm giving him props. Mind Control's going to die on top lane. That finally gets the Pango TP'd away to safety. It doesn't happen, and they're looking for a kill. VS, the mid, has rotated to the bottom lane, wanting this kill, so they have to fortify to get behind the tower. Soft midsling to the pit. Double TPs are on the way. Oracle does not have the false promise available just yet, so Matumba jumping forward, looking for the kill with a swap back. Vengeful Spirit cannot escape.
They knew that was coming. They had a ward. You can see Earth Spirit running over it right now. They knew that rotation was en route, and 5-man rotate.
Matumba does so much damage.
The stun, or the slow, the rock.
He's beaten through. Another rolling boulder, trying to buy him more time, but Matumba, you want to stay next to him, he'll just keep beating down, jump over the pit! Wow! Matumba, you said, OD, not
Ports in the patch, Undying, a lane dominator, felt completely ineffective in the lanes. Earth Spirit, the best rotator, he had to find a kill.
Coming in towards the mid, looking for the kick, able to get onto Matumba, and the pit combining with the tombstone. Difficult for the Monkey King to get out of this, but now move for speed. It doesn't matter, he's surged up, so there's no slow from the tombstone. One more attack will get rid of it, he jumps straight back into the fight to kill off the Undying. Both supports down, and then the double slap into the Wukong's command, right around the tier 1 tower, and the RP combo from GH. It's too good, even Shadow's coming to be involved in the fight. A triple kill for Matumba.
They've got a stand-in, but, I mean, even though the draft could look a little unconventional, it's Liquid here.
Yeah, and they are looking bloody good. All they have to do is keep this momentum up, and Matumba, he's hunting more. He's got 7 kills with the 13, and he's going to make it 8. Even looking to dodge. 2 things. The Matumba man rotations, bottom lane.
And notably, the Darkseer neutralized the Undying's laning presence.
He knew he was in the tree lines. The Observer Ward would have seen his exit, and now Matumba jumps forward, gets the diffusal off. At least it's a swap, but he ain't going anywhere. Matumba now up to 9 kills on this Monkey King, and they will force the bottom lane. This is the 15-minute bounty.
That's why it looks like he's just going a bit too fast. There's nothing you can do to stop this guy, and even if you're able to get him low, they can just pop an Oracle ult, and he's going to heal the full in the duration.
They can have a crack at GH, the silence is out, but there's your RP, support's rotating over Kuro! He got the false promise, they need to actually kill off GH, they cannot get The TP out in.
It's him calling for these teleports, but that's important. He's the save. If he comes in after the 5-second instead of 3, Mag is going to go down there.
Oh, Matumba inside the Wukong again. Use the diffusal so no one can just walk straight out of it. He doesn't want to get out of it himself at the moment. Kills off the illusion of the VS. The Darkseer wall is down. 3 men just continuously back into it. And remember, there's still the Aegis, the Immortal of Matumba. He wants to get into this fight, but they also want to get rid of the Tombstone to create so many undying minions, mainly because of the Ancients that are stacked up. But nowhere for the Pango to run. Slayer is one more hit away from death. GH is going down to kill off the Underlord, but now Monkey King, Matumba with a slapdown, is beyond godlike. 19-1. 12 of the 19 kills belong to Monkey.
Oh my god. You know, a concept we talk about a lot nowadays is reach. I don't know if there's anything that can traverse the map as fast as Matumba and Monkey.
So easy. Deucer is down. Make it a good 13.
When you get him ahead like this, you have Surge to back him. A 1600 cast range tree dance. Look at this!
Look at him run. Search him up. Has someone got a stun? Oh, of course they do. Monkey King's got one. Shadow will finally find himself a second kill of the game. Greaves completed as well in the Darkseer. 18 minutes in. That's gonna never forget wings.
But yeah, point is, you might lose to Liquid, but realistically that doesn't matter. You can still make up a bracket.
Oh, Matumba. He doesn't care as long as he's got the Aegis the Immortal. But Mind Control gives it a little bit more life. They pull back the Vengeful Spirit, so Matumba turns his attention. Stonegaze down from the Deucer. They have managed to control up Mind Control for just a second, but then again, Monkey King. How do they kill him off? He still hasn't done it. The slapdown will come, and Monkey King, he will die. Did he lose the Aegis during the fight? Oh, that's just unlucky for him. There's still a 3-for-1 trade-off, but that's a huge trade. A triple kill for Shadow. Now you feel the influence of the PA. Up towards Ghostic. In the run, hiding in the trees. Really nice use of Fog of War, so Shadow just goes completely AWOL. Unable to find the Underlord.
It was a really cool play. Kuro just missed. He tried to ult right after the Aegis procced because you don't take damage and the Aegis just keeps ticking you up because you're not actually gaining any health. Would have rendered the Monkey King indestructible. Unfortunately, you know, he died, but yeah, it was a cute idea. I don't actually know if it functions like that. Kuro might not. Well, he probably does. He's a TI winner, but
they're smoking. They're looking to go back in. GH has RP available. They really want to take a fight, and look at them group up. 3 heroes together, and now the cleave of the PA are gonna work. A triple kill, block the rolling boulder out, an ultra kill for Shadow. And Team Liquid,
get in there.
It really is GG. They're going for more kills. You want to buy back a rampage for Shadow? Welcome to Team Liquid. GG game 1, 30-2, 20 minutes on the board. Domination was the name of this game.
Just flawless, really. Like Liquid, they're the best.
Keeper of the light.
Positioning is. No, he's not even doing observer warding, he's holding it in his backpack, but this is that aggressive tri-lane. Hidden in the trees, Magnus can come from the side, Lich is already TP'd off the bottom lane, so bottom lane is now a straight up 1v1, but they're looking for the Stormbolt into the spin, maybe with the Frost Armor, is still not enough. They get the Great Initiation now, even better, Kuro TP out, ooh, does not get it in time, that was ballsy.
That was a little ambitious.
Yeah, it's going to cost him though, like getting back into lane will take a long time now for this event, he'll have to walk it.
Yeah. It's alright though, because you look, the lane's actually pushing pretty hard, so it's not as if his presence is going to be missed here. Really like that move from Liquid though, and this is just what makes them so smart, right? They recognize, hey, this guy popped meta. We have a Stormbolt Coddle Blast combo with a spin that's guaranteed.
Spun on.
But he is preventing the Axe from doing what he wants to do, which is this right here. He's going to start walking up the high ground and look to farm jungle camp along with the creep wave.
Yeah, but Mind Control's already doing exactly the same type of thing. Like he's grabbing the creep wave and then pulling it over. In fact, it looks like he's going to have to... Well, I think he can delay this creep wave much more. They're going again now, this time closer on GH. Skewer forward, just trying to keep that Frost Shield in range, but with the Illuminate Blast and the spin, Lich will fall, GH will not make it to safety. So once again, a kill on top lane, jungle. Because they have abandoned top lane. They do not want to go anywhere near Shadow.
For the dead.
This just feels like, while the game is even, Liquid's got to be comfortable with this. They're trading in effectively all their lanes.
They're not trading bounty runes, however. They're going to lose all 4 bounty runes go the way of Pango. As Slayer, who claimed both of them on the top lane, he's now going for the hunt of GH. Maybe not the best place to be underneath the shrine. Anyone going to start on extra damage? The one tree that was standing next to him gives...
Hard, but
You think the Terrorblade has enough damage for this at the moment? Especially when we push out of the lane. He's using his Metamorphosis, which just timed out to farm up in the tree line. Batumman chasing after the Lich. One more attack with the Shark will be good. When that's in 1 second time, he'll come off cooldown. Okay, he'll just do it the old-fashioned way. But Dazzle's going to have his own fight. Matumman's going to have nothing of it. Straight TP. And he actually goes to the tier 1 tower in mid. Does not want to back off. This is regeneration timber.
That was a really good decision by Matumman to TP out, though, because he might have...
Then Ghostic, he hasn't got the Culling Blade off. He waited a little too long, so Shadow begins his own TP in. Amplifications there. Is there a rush to cancel the TP? Staying out of range, so no chance for a spin. And Shadow will...
Even Miracle says that he's their best player.
I think GH, Keeper of the Line, was his TI winning hero, and he'll dine it in the top lane. Good movement. This is good space for the Magnus, but remember they've got that space because the tier 1 tower has already fallen on the top lane. Shadow is taking care of the bottom lane at the moment with Kuro and Mind Control hanging by.
Sniff out movements that they can expect because they know this is where you want to be pressuring. If it's not mid, my team's bottom, someone's going to come and try and link with this Terrorblade. Completely ineffective. Sailor just wasting time.
The chaining subs is so good. Here comes the Storm Bolt. Thought I might have actually clipped the Axe as well, but Axe will trigger the Shrine, and that brings Mind Control a little bit closer back here, but then again, the Axe call, not as much control as you would expect it to be, and with Matumman rotating in,
yep.
GH is the one to find, really. He's the one to find the kill. Because also Pango doesn't have that tier 1 tower on top or mid, then this Roshan becomes a lot more exposed. But that's why, down towards bottom, look towards Matumman. They're not moving quickly, however. Magnus is holding back, and the TP, 2 onto the Shrine, 3 onto the Shrine. They're all coming to the Magnus. He begins his skewer, but man, they do not want this fight. But then again, Pango were the ones who are setting up for it.
But you can't. The thing is, it's all about the spacing and the way Liquid play this game. Who's exposed? It's Matumman and Timbersaw with full stacks. You can't initiate on him. You're going to lose the game. And it just, you all of a sudden gain information, you know where the initiator is, all of a sudden Mag has revealed himself, and it's easy to just teleport in and kill him. And bear in mind, this whole time Shadow's just farming.
They probably wanted to work with Shadow up on the top lane, and that is where the smoke gank is coming in. King R, they'll come in close. It's an RP with a spin! Juggernaut's going to be immune, and then the Ignis. They cannot move away from it. Goes to try and take care of it, but with the Omni Sight, Goes losing life. Shadowgrave gives him a little bit more life, but then here comes your crush into the back lines. Dazzle, the Lich ulti, Liquid, actually they can't move away from it. This is how they have their fight. They're just continuous slow. Liquid even
out throughout all these tanky cores of Pangolier, and there's just no way you're going to be able to find that kill. But GH, he chose to do something I have yet to see a Coddle do. No points in Blinding Light, just maxed out the Q, because this is all he's doing. Yeah, he's going to die here, but he doesn't mind. He just killed the creep wave, and there's no push now for 30 more seconds.
because he's just trying to buy time.
Concern where, once again, you're just not able to get objectives because this annoying guy is just spamming spells.
Well, you know where he is. He's in the trees. He'll clip Naive, and now the jump in. Yeah, they're coming for GH. Finally, they will shut him down with a catapult behind him. Pango.
Matumba as well. He's going to have both those items. He'll actually transition to mid to try and prevent this tower push, but he's got to be careful. He's got no armor stacks.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
But they're backing off. And in fact, it's a wraparound through the rear, catching out the Dazzle with the first stun, Mind Control with the chain stun, and boy, they just keep on going, bashing through. He'll get the Shallow Grave out, but there's no way to escape inside the Shark Room. He'll dynamite Tumberman. But it's still not that bad for Pango. They've cleaned out all the towers in the bottom lane. They've taken the tier 1 tower in mid. The tier 1 tower is lost on top, so it's a little bit more difficult for that. Looks like the Pango again are looking for an opportunity. They'll send a Terrorblade Illusion up to give them some information. Blink call. They find Mind Control. A quick war cry from Zen will give enough life for Mind Control to live through this. And the Ignis, they don't want to fight on top of this. The Storm Bolt's out, but even with the Shallow Grave, that feels really premature. Ghostic, he's going to lose it. That's going to be brought down. RP from King R, creating more space. So now Pango, they're the ones in control. Slider buys back into the game. The Timber, as well as Kuro, have already taken a fall. Ghostic goes for another jump into the mid, pulling Shadow up into the waiting arms of the Pango, and a triple kill for Terrorblade. A fantastic Shallow Grave. It was great positioning. It was great control through call.
It's too much damage in.
Yep.
The Terrorblade had just finished his Scotty. He's empowered. The Dazzle's got Medallion and like -8 armor on all enemies. Timbersaw suddenly doesn't look that tanky, and I don't even think he had a chance to get his Yolt or his Crimson off before he died. I at least didn't see it.
I actually think he was also in that fight without shrines for attack.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, you're worried about whether Liquid can do enough damage, because, yeah, sure, Slardar Jug, you apply a ton of pressure, but Terrorblade's walking around with 34 armor. And
Someone really wants to fight this. They're bringing more people over. There's no Chain Frost available. Asunder is out. Matamba still with good regeneration. Mind Control, no Blink Dagger. Sprint only now just coming off cooldown so he can run forward. But who's he going to go for? A quick skewer, and the Chain Frost bounces over to GH. He'll take it away from the fight. And Lich almost perma-stunned up. He will take a fall. At the same time, Shadow gets dual ganked.
Dude, this Madame, he Omni-slashed, and I believe 3 or 4 of those attacks were just squandered on the illusions.
Blink forward from Max. They caught Mind Control. He tried to sprint himself away. Without that Blink Dagger, Mind Control is just not as...
Yep.
He's not anywhere near as...
Cannot do a damn thing to Terrorblade, and this is excellent from Pango. They smoke behind him, and they're ready to rock and roll. You can't stop TB. He's going to meta and just hit your buildings.
And that's why Blinding Light, at least the Stormbot was able to connect. The Counter Blast spam from GH will also come out, but with the smoke movement behind, you've even got Axe inside the base to the north. They put the Frost Shield on him. He's looking for the jump forward. Oh, okay, he'll get in the middle of all 3, won't hit anybody. But now Timbersaw will take the chase. Terrorblade. Gotta be careful, but he does have BKB and Sunder. Still no Slardar up, so still no big amplification. They can spam all they want. The Juggernaut has not joined this fight, but now Shadow looking to come in through the rear. Puts the healing ward. He's just gonna Omni-slash down the Lich. Kill off one and then get the hell out there. And this may just be enough for Pango. There's no jumping, there's no initiation. They're just gonna try and keep Matumbaman alive when he moves forward.
Oh, GH is in trouble. You're in no man's land, my friend.
That's why he blinks for the tree line. They're just chasing the... This is why he gets the Blink Dagger. Oh, well, this is also why Axe gets a Blink Dagger. That's one executables.
How many times the Matumbaman casually playing the trees? Look at this.
Potential trade-off. Shadow is pushing in the bottom lane while the top is being pressured out too. So watch that TP timing of Shadow. He's not coming back yet. Instead, it's Matumbaman who's just being the front liner. Naive moves over. He's going after the melee racks. Quick whirling death. That's still so much damage that they cannot stop. But Shadow is not stopping either. Fortification out. Shadow moves onto the melee racks on the bottom, and they may just go for a straight trade-off. This is possible. Slardar comes out. He'll get the crossover on Axe. They're buying the space for Shadow to do this proper split push. Terrorblade's it up. He'll Sunder up the life out of Matumbaman. Kuro dies. The Chain Frost connects on him. So the melee racks will go down in mid. But at the same time, Shadow achieved the same thing on bottom lane. Maybe now he returns to the fight. He can't go for much more. Or does he? Blinding Light, push him back. Slardar, control by the Axe call, but then again, Axe is brought down, and underneath the Ignis, no Naive, he just BKBs. Here comes your Omni-slash. They need more damage, they need a stun, they need something, and they just don't have it. The ones will be 3 at the bounty runes, go to Team Liquid at the 30-minute mark.
Yep. I fear that... I don't know if Matumba mis-itemized, but it just doesn't feel like he's going to be doing enough damage in these engagements.
Well, he was looking at a Dagon. Before he had the Shivas in his quick buy, he was looking to get a Dagon.
I like Shivas, I just...
great call. Problematic. Shadow gets caught out. He switched the cheese in. He's got a spin to try and move a little bit further away. Matumba jumps forward. They're more of...
Got Blink taunt in a few seconds.
Trying to sway them from attacking any further, but yeah, when that Blink is up, RP's available. Liquid cannot cluster. They're on the retreat. Here goes your other call. Ghostic pulling Matumbaman back to the front lines. Does not have a lot of reactive armor charged up. Now they'll start to actually accrue. Bakura, man, that Terrorblade is just ripping through the spare. They don't have enough life for this. Stormbolt dodged out by the Mana style. And the Omni-slash from Shadow trying to do a lot, but it's got locked in the creep wave. Now he has to spin. The RP from Kinga holds him there. The focus is out. And maybe with the Ignis, no, the BKB. Terrorblade doesn't care. Shadow can't escape. One charge can keep him alive a little bit longer. He gets the edge of the Ignis and then up the hill and away. Matumbaman jumps in. Team Liquid, they're actually holding him. The Ignis lacquering on top. There's just so many combined together, allowing Matumbaman to finally bring down the Lich. And they've worked through the Terrorblade Metamorphosis time. So Dazzle, he can't survive. A shallow grave, he cannot TP out. He is stuck here to basically be finished off, and that's exactly what will happen. Mind Control takes the kill.
Damage, that's my big concern. Even with the Slardar, with a Solar Crest amp and his own ult.
They're jumping in the axe. He only got one of the calls. Didn't actually get mind control in it, but Shadow, so much damage. He went for the spin. Now they get the RP off. Omnislash may be possible for the Dark Tree was brought in, but they don't. They Culling Blade him down. And the Chain Frost. Matumba just doesn't have the life. No buyback for Shadow. Down through mid, Pango. They are looking like a completely different team from game one. Well, mainly because they were actually in this game, unlike game one. But Tubberman on the front lines, called out. Kuro with a Storm Bolt, but Terrorblade doesn't care. He's protected for the moment underneath the BKB. Remember, this is a pretty short duration BKB. It got pretty low, so now it is gone. But they're looking for the kills. Down towards Mind Control. Reflect and the Skadi slowing him up, but the buyback's available and Fortification. Again, just trying to waste the time of the Metamorphosis. It's got 2 seconds left, and now it's actually gone. The Tier 3 tower is brought down. And
he spins, but it doesn't matter. You can't actually do anything to try and save yourself as Shadow, and none of his supports have that ability to peel, except for that huge commitment of the Coddle, and he was just slightly out of range to get that counter initiation off.
Couldn't have got that at a better time. Roshan is being evaporated with the Solar Crest on him. This Liquid cannot get there in time, even with the chain forward. Roshan's low, but now Matumba is in the middle of the fight with no buyback available. Sinister Gaze pulls him in. He needs a Timber Chain out of this fight. He's going through the Lich. Juggernaut is still questioning if he wants to come forward. They have to get through the Aegis Immortal and refresh a shot that's on the Terrorblade, so he can just pop that BKB double twice. Now the Axe Call, Timbersaw, but double layered on top Terrorblade. Now he'll burn his BKB, but Dazzle, he's isolated inside the pit, so they'll get the kill in there.
Really good decision making from Pango, and they buy back immediately. It's perfect. You know the Coddle ults are on cooldown. That's your big fear. Just do whatever you can to get the hell away from those balls of light.
Yep. The big ultimate's down, 98 seconds before they're up again, and they smoke. They look for the fight. Doesn't matter if they get hit by the blast. And Pango needs the initiation. They're looking at it from Magnus. He'll be very happy to go for a one-man RP when he's got 2 of them available. Matumba, he's been that frontliner once again with the War Cry. They have a lot of life, but man, that rack, they just cannot stop the Terrorblade. The Blinding Light's a little bit too late, but what are they going to do? Try and kill him off? Here goes your Omnislash, but Shadow, he bounds down the creep wave. Here's your good RP! Lock him on in position. Refresher and go again! Hold the position. You are going nowhere. It's full megas up already. The Tubman will dive, no buyback available, and this really is probably the game. A 3-man call from Ghostic. That's the way to do it in style. Push it to a third. You can buy back all you want, but I don't think Pango can be stopped. They are way too strong. Still have the Aegis on the Terrorblade. Sunder's off cooldown in 5 seconds time as well. And Shadow just feels like a non-factor in this game. The Juggernaut never coming into fruition. Matumba cannot tank through all of it. And now they just pull Shadow into the lineup. And that's GG.
That's GG. I gotta admit, I was wrong in the way I'm reading this game. Liquid, I thought they played excellent, and they did, but I failed to recognize. Pango recognized, they know their win condition. They have 2 methods of BKB.
Do they still believe in the Timber though? The question. What else is there for Matu?
You buy boots first, so typically you won't ever get the shield, but in a tri-lane, it's super value. I'd like to see Sailor do something similar, and after he finishes that Null Talisman, get a Bassi.
They're going again. Just put that stun over on Mind Control. And it is dodged thanks to Tuskar Snowball. GH with the stop, and now the damage coming into Tuskar, but through Frost Shield is too difficult. It says the Visage who finds the first spot on GH. Mind Control diving underneath the tower, taking way too much damage from the tier 1. So Pango with the Soul Assumption, he's body blocking himself up with his own board, but that's why Kuro tries to turn it around a little bit with a stroke of fate, but he still cannot save the 3 position of Liquid, that maybe they can get still a rebuttal. Stuns available, Kuro's letting it rip. They've already got a double kill on him with the stroke of fate. It goes through the Visage, and combining with GH with that plus 60 damage, they actually get
the Necro Book, it looks like. I think that's the right decision. Just allows them to farm Ancients that much faster.
Yep.
Very strong against the Deuces while you have the Mana Burn on hit, and then when he kills it as well.
Snowball, then running forward. He does have that ink swelling up, looking for the stun over on the Tuskar, but that's why Tuskar Frost shielded up underneath the big stack. GH wants to use all that bonus damage to actually kill somebody off, and one more punch to do it, but actually no, the damage wore off, but he'll still get it with a second swing.
won't have TP for just a moment. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to purchase boots, so now he won't have the gold for TP and boots. He'll just be teleporting down in about 10 seconds. Top lane, yeah, it's pretty much just people spamming at each other, nothing crazy.
I think Slayer's wanting to go for this kill. He can use stick charges, then get the Frost Shield up. With GH rotating back over, nope, here's the Frost Shield and the Blast. And nope, Kuro's got the distance, and they also have the Shrine. So back over to the Black Dragons looking for an attempted denial. GH, they're all baiting out their damage.
Yeah, in the meantime, Mind Control got both bounty runes as well. Well played by him. You've got King R on the way mid now.
Yep, rotation onto Shadow. So that snowball forward. They need a little bit more control to get through Shadow, and they do have it with the Fairy Fire.
Dazzle, you get up to like 71% damage reduction by just purchasing Kaya.
Which is funny because, like, has that actually been an item we've seen any team purchase on the Dusa?
A couple times, yeah. I keep seeing Mantis, and I don't know if that's the play, but you know, I am a caster after all. It's
Great chill and Frost Blast out. Over on the Beastmaster, Snowball's coming in from the Tusker, able to connect as Mind Control goes to the tree lines, but the Stomp creates a lot of space and use of Visage, the Soul Assumption away. But it's Slayer who's in the trees, who needs the distance. GH trying to catch up, but now the Shards, it doesn't actually get the block. It's already Lich dying. Kuro low in life, thanks to Soul Assumption, but GH goes in deep. They are really going after this with the Stomp under the tower. One more punch will kill off Visage, but the TP support's coming in thick and fast. It's already the Dazzle back. GH will die, and they have the damage from Mind Control. Yes, they do. Dazzle with Visage will hit level 6, and only Beastmaster can't stand on the lane anymore. They need something really tanky, and Vanguard is what's able to do that, but GH still with the Invis rune. Necros are out. Dazzle looking for his own initiation, but it's Kuro locked inside the Shards in the back line. Snowball forward, he's moving in, and he'll end up getting the kill over on the Grimstroke, but Lich kind of stuck with the Bristleback at the same time.
Space he's been given. I like this decision as well, rushing the medallion. Unexpected this because you just need armor desperately against the heroes on the side of Pango.
Oh, they're trying to contest the top 6-minute runes and the bottom ones. You've actually got Mind Control and a little bit of hurt working with Kuro on the top lane, while the bottom lane GH will go down. Mind Control still now on the run. Slayer slowed up by these boars is problematic, but the Familiars even more problematic. Soul Assumption's back off cooldown. Mind Control has just enough life, and he actually summons another boar, but the Familiars, they come up, fresh summon, fresh damage. And that's great kills across the board for Pango as Kuro. He'll still get the Lich as a rebuttal.
Well played. Decent trade mid lane though.
Necro books have been triggered off by the Dazzle. The Sharp block is perfect over on Shadow. They burn through all of his mana. The Shards will disappear, but where's his follow-up damage? It's already done. The attack from the Necros will do the work. Tusker kind of caught in the wrong side of the trees, just trying to juke out Kuro, but that's why they silence him up. And the follow-up son from the Inkswell. Tusker snowballs back off cooldown. He can buy himself a little bit of time, dodges the attacks, but then he comes in even closer, which allows GH to spirit out and
Matubaman going Vanguard into Crimson, probably Mech after. Actually, it's going to be Mech first. You've got Beastmaster rushing Medallion into Vlad's.
They're going after Bristleback. We'll see if all those tanky items can keep him alive. Sinister Gaze pulls him out. He was already locked in. And with the ET, with the Snowball, they actually dodged the ET splitter. And there's 30 seconds on the sideline. Pango want to fight. They have Ravage available. They have Vlad's on the Tidehunter. And damn, their sustain is so good. So they just group up as 5 and look to fight with the Stomp. Maybe a little bit of space to be created, but Tidehunter still no mana. Actually, he cannot get the Ravage out. Shadow still too much, but it still is Pango charging forward. They've got all the tankiness in the world. It's a good form there, and Stomp.
Doesn't matter.
Taking the tier 2 towers. They're getting space. Visage is beginning his TP now. So Mind Control, look at him. Fresh resummon. He wants the damage. Mind Control does not want to burn raw, but with the Familiar's control, another stun, even the Sinister Gaze, he'll have to roar the Lich, not the target he wants, through the Soul Assumption. From Siler's exactly the same type of thing, and he's actually rushing in for the Assault Cuirass. After getting that Dominator, what else is coming on the Courier?
bottom tower
Dead.
is under
That's tough dazzle right there.
Yeah, goodbye GH.
Easy damage output.
Fantastic scan from Pango. They worked out the GH is in the trees now. He's not as maneuverable as he was as the Keeper of the Light, but he's a lot tankier as the Elder Titan. The Necro Books move forward, the Walrus punch him up, and the tag team, GH having a hard time getting out, and it's going to Lich ulti into the creep wave. Does it bounce back over? It does not, so GH will be fine, and it's actually Slayer's the one to die. Tusker will complete his TP home.
Why though? That's because now your anchor smash, it does your attack plus bonus damage, not a regular amount of physical damage.
Oh, what a catch. The shards, it gets both Matumba and Kuro. They've already killed off Kuro. Matumba, they've got to bring him down. These core sprays starting to stack up. It does hit nicely with a follow-up stomp, and maybe now Shadow can do some work. Turns on the grave.
This is not a fight you want, Liquid.
Where is the rest of his team?
There's still a Ravage.
It cannot fight the blink forward from Ghosting. He's able to connect onto the Deucer, too far away from the shrine to get any kind of advantage from it, and GH cannot create that much space.
Casting from GH. 4-man Earth Splitter, 3-man Stomp. It doesn't matter. You don't output any damage, and even if Kuro or Mind Control were to be there, it doesn't matter. This is the most incredible mid-game lineup we've seen yet in the tournament. You need to buy way more time if you're Liquid. You need at least another 15 minutes before you can be confident running into a Ravage.
Well, Dire will claim Roshan, even with all the vision from the Hawks and the two supports hanging around. Mind Control, he's in more trouble up on top, hit by the Gush, goes for the Roar, runs around the edge of the shards, but Sinister Gaze pulls him back towards the Lich, and that is one very dead Beastmaster. No buyback available from him. Visage trying to take a solo kill over on the Deuce, but they're wrapping around the back, so they can find Kuro as well. A blink from Ghostic is still on cooldown for the moment, but they'll find Shadow. Negative 11 armor. Shields will not repel this fire.
Tower as well. They might. So far, so good for Pango.
Pango's
Game is still
up.
even.
Pango's going uphill right now.
Yep.
This is when Liquid
very
have
hard to do that. You have a ET, you've got the Grimstroke for the wave clear, and a Bristleback that's going to plant himself on the high ground.
Yeah, they need a jump. They still have no Ravage, but that's off cooldown in 3 seconds time. The Stomp will catch out in 3, Matumba moves forward. The ET Splitter catches out on 2, but then the Snowball forward. Matumba's trapped. The Ravage, it'll catch all of Team Liquid that are in the defense. Matumba now will really test his survivability. The Stomp creates space, but the Soul Assumption, the stuns, the slow, it's Matumba finally getting out, and Pango are proving that they don't have enough life to survive this. The Frost Shields on the Dazzle trying to keep him alive and save that Aegis Immortal for a reset and push back in again. Or maybe that's what the bait was. They actually turn on to GH. They'll remove that Stomp. The Snowball forward. ET is down for half a minute, but yeah, top lane. The push was coming in from Beastmaster. Mind Control was doing the defense. Lich had to TP back to defend it. Tide will do exactly the same thing. And even TP out from Mind Control. He stops the push from Pango thanks to split push, and then even gets a Roar out to get the kill over on the Tusker. Silence him up, kill him off. That's good money, and it's Mind Control to claim. But Matumba's looking for more. He's finished up Crimson, he's got his Greaves, and he's looking to get a Radiance.
Yep.
Like that burn, they have no more direct damage. But Blink, Ravage, they're going straight in. They want the Bristlebacks, they're committing everything. They've got to get the kill off on him. But he's got enough life and walking away and the force up the answer. It caught all of Pango in position with the Yang. They're just painting this town in Grimstroke. Pango is on the retreat. Tight underwall fall, and that is not what Pango.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
The Liquid just go. Can Liquid go up? Can they force it the other direction now? Shadow being initiated on. He's gonna quite a quick man to dodge and try and get away from those familiars. Running out of the mana, but another ET stop. GH just creates so much space, and now maybe even Snowball. Okay, Tusker shards forward. There's only so much health Shadow can receive.
Hey, you want to talk real quick about Deuce? I know he died there, but did you see how we went from 0 to full mana? Another reason this hero's picked so early. You got to stay calm, relaxed. Roche respawns anytime from 1:30 to 4:30 from now. You got to make sure you get that if you're the side of Pango.
Mind Control roaring over on Dazzle. He's got more support on the way. ET's coming in, and GH, well, he can't get close enough, but that's why he has a Spirit instead, and the ET Splitter literally snapped by this. Matumba looking to capitalize on the situation. Chain Frost bouncing between Kuro and Mind Control. They should separate themselves up a little bit more. And while they were doing that, it's just a TP out.
It's all about just hitting a timing, your power spike, and just walk at them and pray you win the fight.
Well,
right now, that's what they're doing.
They found Grimstroke jumping forward. Negative armor. He had 26 negative armor with the Desolate.
To take out the supports of Liquid.
Matumba, he's baiting him out so hard. Negative armor, don't care. Pops Greaves, instantly counted out. And that mid tower,
Wow,
he'll
that's a
actually
kill
end
up
up
top.
looking for the denial and off a side.
Yep.
So the Hex is now available.
That's huge. Unfortunately, no longer disables passives, so the Bristle, if he's still facing his back to the middle.
Familiars, they're looking for their target over towards Kuro. Familiars have the drop down, they got the chaining stuns, and the damage output really good. You've already got the kill over on the Grimstroke, but is that enough? Back up, remember you
Purchase against the Bristleback.
the Beastmaster once again on bottom lane. Still looking for the trade-off.
He's TPing in.
Yeah, he is, but
there's a
also
Tusk scouting everything out.
Invis, he's underneath the sentry ward. A little bit off to the side now, so they can't instantly attack him, but they go after mind control. Flip him already with the Walrus Punch. They're coming, they're looking for the fight, and the Shard block perfectly on the edge. That's why they go for the Ravage. No ET stop, but he still has a Splitter available, and the Double Soul Assumption hits. They fly out, so GH will fall, and now you have Bristleback isolated, no extra support. TP's coming in, it's ET trying to help him. They hold him in position, but it's all on the back. The stomp is good, but Tummerman finally brought down by the Walrus Punch. Kuro cannot save his life. And underneath the Observer Ward, they feel confident to continue to jump forward. Gush
I want the...
can't find it.
chasing.
Shards fly forward. They won't get it. They're not going towards Roshan yet.
Yep.
Now they need to fight totally yet, but a double catapult wave seems a little bit too good to pass up. So they beat into the tier 3 towers at least. That dies pretty quickly. Bristleback again being the front liner.
longer matters. Your whole team has 100% true strike on target.
They're coming. They're coming for Beastmaster, and Lich is going to find him. Blink and Snowball, it was one of their smokes, a raw back. He does not TP out of this one. He does not TP out of this one.
It was close.
He down, that's the last remaining out of tower for Team Liquid. Keep in mind too, the Pango have not removed the shrines. They've still got back positions to TP out to for Liquid, but into the mid lane. Dazzle has started the push. They're looking towards the range rack. Jumping from Ghostic. Burns the Ravage very, very quickly. Bristleback in the middle of this fight. Everyone's getting claw spray stacks up, but can they kill off Matama?
No,
The stuns are out, but Tamaman's going to kill them all. They're not too careful. Oh no, he may die anyway. 4-star out. He finally goes down. A buyback available for the Bristleback, but not for the Medusa. And that may just be the mid rack. So fortification, keeping the range rack alive on 7 HP and giving time for Bristleback to get back to the front lines. There's Tidehunter with the shields up, the Hex on the Bristleback. Dazzle stunned up because the ET is just an ET. Familiar drop down, and now Matoman trapped inside the shards. He doesn't have Greaves available. So much negative armor, so much damage, but double 4-stars gives Matoman the distance to get back to the tier 4 towers.
Yeah, he just faded in that meantime. Big mistake from Shadow. He TP'd in with long duration, and respect to Pango. They're playing to win this game, Toby.
Yep.
They just went straight in. He didn't get a damn second to do anything.
They're going for the second lane of racks. A potential winner's bracket spot available. Keep in mind that Liquid, if they lose this game, they'll be in, well, and they still managed to get through. They're still facing up against LGD. Second place of this group faces LGD in the first round of the winner's bracket. It's a hard path, and right now it's Pango's path, pushing Liquid into it. Matumba, he barely survives. They still want the second lane of frags. GH has been such a beast throughout this entire series, creating more and more space. But they still cannot stop. Bottom melee reaction being taken.
Of Liquid from the equation.
Liquid's coming out. Now they're underneath the dire Observer Ward, Pango, and that's why Matumberman, he is full on bait. They have to jump in, and man, that bait, he's going to actually go down. 2 minutes on the sideline. There was not enough of a response from Liquid, not fast enough. They have to retreat. Pango
757 just then. If you add 250 damage to that times 2.35 times 235%, that would be the max crit if he hits 25. We won't see it, but that's what it would have been.
No, the push is coming in. Bristleback still not alive. Pango, it only took him a minute to do Roshan, and 2 minutes on the sideline for Bristle. Makes this very difficult, and they're jumping in. They're after Medusa. No! He went the wrong way! The Ravage is blown! He still has a secondary one, however. Actually, no, he doesn't. They didn't actually have the refresher shard over on Ghostic, but they jump forward over on Dusa. Soulbind, Lich and Dazzle combined together. Shadow with the ET splitter. Lich will die. The Megas are already now up for Pango. Slayer looking to survive. The Aegis Immortal burns on the Dazzle, but he's in pretty deep and isolated. That's why Tusker just throws the Medusa, or kicks the Medusa the opposite direction. They need some exit kills right now. Team Liquid cannot afford to let Pango get away from this one with only just the Lich dying. There has to be more. Bristleback could be up in 2 seconds time. They just can't stay close to him. Tusker, he's an ultimate kicker at the moment, but he will still die. 74 seconds in the sideline for him. Both Euros have to stay alive. Octarina.
61 damage per quill stack. Theoretically, he can just sustain for so long that
He's baiting. Silver Edge already breaks him, and thanks to the Tuskar kickback, Kuro's not there to help save him. That's why they use the Lotus Orbs, chain him around, and it's actually Tuskar, Snowball, that's pushing Matoma to the front line, and then they sinister gaze him up, and Ghosting, the Ravage, catches the 3 backliners. Matoma, he's actually going to go down. They're all on top of him. A buyback comes in from Kuro, but now it's Shadow, the last remaining big core that has to do the defense. Thanks to the Manta, they'll break free, removing that mana. There's no chain frost available. The Roar separates the two of them. The Soulbind made it so that double Roar was absolutely perfect. 2 heroes down, and Shadow finally has the moment that he has been...
I'm surprised you love
they Silver Edge attacked him. He's 100% dead if not for that snowball.
Oh boy.
But they executed it perfectly.
So next time, that mistake will not happen again. They look towards Mataman. Hex is out. There's your first kick. This time the Tuskar, he starts to snowball again. Lotus Orb is already out. They're bouncing him back in the opposite directions. But Matamba, he's able to stand his ground. They're going to kill off the Tuskar. Shallow Grave keeps him alive just that little bit longer. And maybe then it's even the Dazzle. But because he's got that fresh Aeon disc, he stays alive longer. But now the Lich Chainfrost bouncing around the wings. And Liquid, they are so damn strong, so damn powerful. And Pango have 2 in the grave with no way back up.
I don't think Liquid feels the pressure anymore. This, we were talking about how Pango's lineup was peaking around 30. I was wrong, it was more like 35, 40, but suddenly it's 50 minutes. Now it's
on the BT's level 2.
Yep.
Needs to jump to the hero. Smoke coming forward. Team Liquid, BT's onto the bristleback. So Shadows on the front lines. Roshan's already dead. Izzy, Rabbit, it's going to burn a creative space and actually kill the fight Dire. And now in they come into the pit. The Roar is out with the Soulbind. It's Dazzle and Tuskar stunned up for the moment, and they're getting the kills. The damage from Medusa is way too high. Even Lich controlled on the edge. He'll go down. Dazzle will follow through as the Shallow Grave will finally wear off. Remember, he has the Aegis Immortal, so back to life. Dazzle 2 seconds down, but the creeps are all coming up. They're beating into the tier 4 towers. Only ET is the one on the defense, so even though they will be able to stop them from holding the Aegis Immortal, there is a huge defense job that must be done by Liquid now. Look, we can't be having this kind of debate. Like,
look, man, you watched, what was it, the
here
third...
they go. Smoke against Smoke. Tide has the double Ravage, and they're looking for the target. It's over towards the Beastmaster, but he couldn't move fast enough. The Blink actually couldn't go off. They look at the Hex over on Dusa. Ravage number 1. Wait for Ravage number 2. There it goes. They bounce him around, combining with the Chainfrost. Dusa is down, and the supports of Liquid. They couldn't get involved, but at least Bristleback, he stayed alive through all of this. So much life, and GH, he's got 520 damage extra. He's going to try and rip through them. He just obliterated the Visage. Everyone was there. The Tide is on the run. The Shallow Grave will keep him alive a little bit longer. Let that Anchor Smash ring once again. They've got buyback available for Tide and Visage. And man, the only thing to apologize for in that fight was my sweat.
A few more seconds. Here it goes. Do it. No.
TP out. TP out. No. He couldn't do it. He'll have to TP back himself now. Fortification's buying a little bit of time. They break through it. They're going for the GG push. You knew this was coming. There's no familiars to work with. They got taken out in the last fight, but the Bristleback, hexed up for the moment, just turns his back towards everyone. The tier 4 towers, 1 is down. Shadow's got the range. Tide wants to jump in. No Ravage available. BKB in 1 second time, and that's what he wanted. The disarm over on the Dusa. She can't fight just yet, but it's breaking free now. Bristleback stunned up by the familiars. They'll hold him in position, but this Soulbind in the backline, mind control, Roars over on both, but then he got broken free so quickly. Dazzle, he can Shallow Grave and stay alive for a little bit longer, but Ghost is being kited out by Shadow. He needs to get the Anchor Smash off and to reduce his damage. Not possible. Tuskar will come back to life, but there is no option for the Titan to buy back as the Dire Agent is finally being brought down. It's down to 1 there. It's down to 1100. ET is pumping it, but the Frost Shield is making it difficult. They've got to stop ET. They're pulling back with the Sinister Gaze, but they can't get away through and taking game 3 in what is now a massive